Hello, everyone, and welcome to my official lodge tour as of February 15th of 2022. Now, I will say, this ain't going to be the best lodge there is on YouTube. It's something that my TikTok followers, everyone that's been interacting with my videos over there, they've been wanting to see. I post a lot of good content over there. So if you want to check me out over there, it's going to be at Scoop Jordangle. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the lodge tour. So real quick, I'm gonna turn my face cam off. That way, it's a nice little seamless. You ain't gonna be getting blocked on a big old noggin here. So after that, we're gonna get started. So let's go. All right, we got the camera turned off. Let's get inside here. First, I'm gonna put it on view mode. That way we can see everything. All right. So first thing you're gonna see my albino female grizzly bear. This is the first animal that I took over on Yukon Valley. It's really cool. She was spawn in. This here's my Diamond Plains Bison. Took him over on SRP. This was actually one of my most recent TikTok videos. And then up here, we've got my Diamond Rocky Mountain Elk that I, for so long, grinded out. It took absolutely forever, it felt like. Now, he's not the biggest. I definitely intend to get something a little bit bigger. But he's here, and he's a diamond. I finally got him. These two little guys here, these are both my Diamond Pronghorn that I took. So if you remember from my TikTok video, I actually took them off of zones right next to each other. They were both feeding. I shot this guy on the right here first, and then I walked away, which you didn't see in the video, but I walked away to pick up a bear that I'd shot. And then I happened to look up and see this guy standing about 300 yards away and absolutely smoked him. So I was grinding for some Diamond Pronghorn for a while. It seemed like it took forever, and we finally got it done. These two up here, these are just some more Rocky Mountain elk that I killed along the way. Some really nice ones. Those are my three biggest, so I have them there on that wall. And like I said, I intend to add more trophies, but that's what we got for now. Next up here, we got a coyote in the multi-mount. It's nothing special. I had him mounted because he was the biggest one that I've taken so far. And yeah, and he looks really good in this multi-mount. And then next up, we got our female piebald right here, straight in front of our face. I thought it was really cool to finally get me a female piebald. Didn't even know she was piebald until I ended up claiming her. But yeah. Then on this side over here, we've got a nice brown hybrid mallard duck. And then in the middle here, we have a piebald, which actually he's on my TikTok as well. So if you've been keeping up with me over there, you'll recognize some of these. Here's my diamond mountain goat. Took him over on SRP, and it was just by sheer luck. I happened to look up one day, and there he was. It took me a second to get him, but we finally did get him down. Back here, this guy right here, some of you might recognize him from my TikTok as well. So he was the first level 5 mountain goat that I seen. I actually tracked him down. In the process of tracking him down is where I shot one of my diamond mule deer, which we'll get to later in this lodge tour. But yeah, I tracked him down, shot him, and he ended up being a nice troll. And then these two here, these are just some of the bigger mountain goats that I'd taken. Nothing too special. This here is a random wild hog. I think this was my first kill over on Mississippi Acres, so mounted her, thought she was pretty cool. This guy here, you're probably looking at the trophy rating going, wow, it's 486.4. Shouldn't he be a diamond? Yes, he should. That was the first one that I seen. And I mean, as the TikTok shows, I missed the heart by, say, probably an inch or two. And then the second follow-up shot, I was not able to put a good lung shot on him. Ended up hitting intestines and then messed him up. So put him there to remind him, hit your shot, Scoop. Next over here, we just got some more elk. Like I said, I was grinding elk for a long time. So any elk that I seen that I really liked, I just went ahead and threw them up. Let's get over here to the good stuff. First up, we got one of my Diamond Miriam turkeys. Yes, I said one of them. I have two. Both these guys, I actually took them pretty close together. So there's this one, and then there's this one here. Both have the same trophy rating. And like I said, I took them, this one at 2116 or 916, and this one was at 2134 or 934. I think they were in the same flock, but honestly, I can't remember. It's been a little while now since I took these guys. This right here is the Great Gator, which I titled my TikTok video to. He's a max weight, max score. I actually got him in multiplayer. I joined in. They were doing a diamond challenge, and I wasn't really like thinking anything of it. And one of the lakes that I went to over in Mississippi, ended up taking him, and he's my favorite trophy that I have, probably. On top of him, we just got a little raccoon. I intend to replace this raccoon once I get one with a diamond, but when that comes, I have no idea. I can't tell you. I can't foresee the future, you know? Up here, this is diamond whitetail I got over on Rancho. This is back whenever I first initially started a Great One grind, and then I took some leave, went back home, seen the wife, and never really picked it up after that. I had too much fun running around on SRP grinding for some diamonds. So this is him. This one here, yes, he should be a diamond. No, I did not make a good shot on him. So yeah. So I have multiple albino and piebald whitetail deer. No, that is not from the Great One grind. This happened back whenever Rancho updated their fur types, or the game updated its fur types, one of the two. And some of my common whitetail deer, they all ended up changing their fur type. But whenever I do a Great One grind, I have a specific lodge dedicated to that. There's no trophies in it right now, but I intend to have it full of nothing but whitetail from my Great One grind. So after I do that, I can do another lodge tour of that specific lodge, so on and so forth. So here's another one of my really big whitetails. Ain't nothing to write home about, just a regular common, 237.5. This here, my Piebald Stag. So my first time playing on Parque Fernando, it was me and a buddy. We were in multiplayer, and there was a level 8 mythical, and then this Piebald. I seen the Piebald, and I knew I wanted him over that level 8 mythical, so I let my buddy take him, tracked this guy down, and took the shot. And I mean, the rest is history. This here is the biggest of my 3 diamond mule deer that I have. I'm wanting to say this is the one that I randomly happened to stumble upon whenever I was tracking that level 5 mountain goat I told you all about earlier. It was completely random, and it was awesome. The look on my face, my reaction and everything, 100% genuine. Like, I was not expecting to find this guy. I was tracking a level 5 mountain goat, and then this big guy walks out, and he actually went to a rest zone and laid down right in front of me, and I was able to take a shot at 160 yards, I believe. This here, this is my Melanistic mule deer. I was over on SRP, and I was just walking through one of the fields and seen this guy running across, and I tracked him down for I don't even know how long, and ended up like tracking him all the way to the very edge of the map, I swear. And yeah, I ended up taking him, and this is, like I said, my Gator's probably my number 1. This is probably going to be my number 2. This here is number 2 of my 3 diamond mule deer that I have. These here, they're all mule deer that I've killed along the way of grinding for a diamond, and they're some of my favorites that I've gotten. But my number 1 favorite of all, you'd probably think, is my diamonds. It is this one right here. Look at the rack on him. It is a basket. It looks just like something you'd see on a whitetail. Don't know why it's my favorite. I mean, but it is. So maybe I can find a diamond one day that's got a rack like this. But I mean, who knows? Next we come in here. You got these 2 Warthogs. I mounted both of these because they're pretty cool. So this one's the red brown. You can kind of see it has like a hint of red in there, and then this one is gray. And if you look at it closely, you can see it a lot better over on Virunga, but it's got kind of a blue tint to it. So I mounted both those guys. They seem pretty cool. This here's one of my many mountain lions that I have mounted. I only need a Melanistic mountain lion to complete all the fur variations for mountain lions. So once I finally get that Melanistic, then I'll put them all together. It'll be pretty cool. Back here, I've got my first fallow deer that I killed, or one of my first fallow deer that I killed. He's a big level 4 gold, so I mounted him. And here we got my wild hog that I killed. Nothing special. It's just one of my first ones I got. Next is my diamond water buffalo. I was over on Parque Fernando. I was looking for red deer and just happened to stumble across this big guy. And one shot with the 300 Magnum, and he ran, I think, maybe 50 yards and went down. it was awesome. Here we just got my first Gimsbach that I killed. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Here's a Piebald Pronghorn, nothing special. She's a female. Piebald axis deer. I ended up shooting him, didn't even realize he was piebald, and when I claimed him, yeah, he was piebald. Now this here, you're probably like, Scoop, what in the hell is this? This right here is my wall of shame. So this is I think he was a level 1 mule deer. I found him and I was like, absolutely, I'm taking him and I'm mounting him. Plus, I mean, with a trophy rating of 69, how could you not? This here is a moose I got over on Layton. I'm pretty sure he was a level 1 as well. And I mean, he literally has no badges at all. Literally came up as none. So mounted him. And the same thing with my whitetail. Little level 1. Had to take him, throw him on the wall of shame. So here, we got some more elk that I took during my elk grind. This is one of my biggest moose that I've taken to date. Nothing too special about him. Just wanted to throw him up on the wall because I needed some moose in here. This here's my first diamond alligator that I got. I actually got it over on my buddy Mullet Poppy. His server. This alligator actually came running at me, and I ended up shooting it. And then when I claimed it, I realized it was a diamond. It was completely accidental. So, Sammy, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for like the 20th time. Then these here are some more gators that I've taken. I intend to try and get one of each fur type, so piebald, albino, melanistic, and just line this wall with those gators. I think it'd be pretty cool walking into this amazing trophy room here. So this one here, this is my diamond black bear. Happened completely random. I was running through a field over on SRP, and he ended up alerting, standing straight up, and I dropped him with a hard shot. This here's my diamond female Gimsbach, just walking around looking for random things to shoot over on Verhunga, and ended up seeing her. She had the potential, and I was like, hey, you know what? Screw it. I've seen some people get diamond females, so may as well give it a shot. Well, dropped her immediately with a nice heart shot, and I mean, yeah, I picked her up. She was a diamond. This here is another axis deer that I got. This here is just a random gray fox. I think it's one of my first gray foxes that I'd gotten. And he was a gold, so I figured why not mount it. These here are some of the different fur variations over on Rancho that you can get for the bobcat. I intend to try and get every fur variation of that, just like I have for the mountain lions. I think it'd be pretty cool to mount all those in the same room. Back here, like I said, all my whitetails are kind of messed up, but just some more whitetail deer that I'd killed. This is my first bobwhite quail that I'd gotten. This here is my first Harlequin duck, another mallard, and a cinnamon teal. I'd like to get a diamond of each of them, each bird that's in Call of the Wild, and have them all across here. I think it'd be a pretty cool addition. So this here is my Melanistic Miriam turkey. Had no idea I was shooting a Melanistic. I just seen a max weight gobbler and figured, nah, it's a quick $1,200 bucks. Let me take him down. Ended up being Melanistic. So the only fur variation for Miriam's left to get is albino, because this here's my light brown. And then back here we got one of my first red deer that I took. I originally shot this guy thinking that he was like a rare variation. Turns out gold is just common, but I like the addition of him in my trophy lodge, so I plan to keep him. Go over here and we got my diamond line that I took. I was on stream when I got this. Most of my diamonds I was on stream for, but someone in my chat had made the comment that all I'd seen that day was female lions. And I was like, you know, you're right. Like, this is crazy. And I had one lion drink zone that I hadn't checked that day, so I ran over there. Ended up spotting this 9 legendary and another 9 legendary. It was super crazy. And yes, I was on my own maps. No, I'm not hacking by no means. I have 2 9 legendaries on the same drink zone. I haven't gone in and got the other one yet, but I plan to do that. So be looking for another video of that. It's super cool. And then like this one here is just I wanted a female to complete the multi-mount, so went ahead and took her. This here is my Puma that I took over on Parque Fernando. Seen him, wanted to take him, so I did. This here, he was an 8 mythical. Gray wolf, one of the first gray wolves that I took over on Yukon. And here we got 2 fur variations of the Cape buffalo and then a water buffalo in the middle. Nothing too special about these guys. Just wanted to throw them up in here. I think they look pretty cool sitting there like that. Here we've got a blonde black bear. I seen him. I'm wanting to say he was over on SRP. Thought he was a rare of some sort. Turns out blonde isn't as rare as I thought it was. But regardless, still pretty cool. Eventually I plan to replace him with something else, but for the meantime he's just going to hang out here. And this here is my diamond mountain lion that I have. I got it over on SRP. Completely random too. I was hunting mule deer. He ended up fleeing right next to me, ran past me, and I ended up shooting him at like, I'm wanting to say like 30 or 40 yards. Super crazy. And this room here is kind of random. It's not, my lodge is not the most organized, but like I said, there's some more elk that I've taken from my grind. This here is a Roosevelt Elk. I didn't have any Roosevelt Elk in here, so I figured I'd mount him up in here. And this little moose here, he's pretty cool. So on the right side, looks more like an elk rack. And then the left side is a paddle, like a moose has. So figured I'd mount him because he seemed pretty cool. Now over here in this room, that door gets me every time. Got a female gray fox. It was one of the first foxes that I took, so figured I'd mount her, and then eventually tend to replace her with something else, but I like the two-tone fur type, so figured I'd mount her. These here are 2 of my first Sika deer that I took over on Teawara, so I mounted them. This here, probably looking at the fur type and you're like, what? I've never seen a Mocha Moose. So if you do the Teawara missions, you will actually be given the opportunity to shoot him. So it's pretty cool. I suggest doing it. It's like one of the very last missions that you get the chance to do. And you get this really cool fur type. This here's a European bison over on Hirschfelden. So I shot him because I knew I didn't have any European bison in the lodge, so went ahead and took him. This here's my first lion that I decided to mount. He's a level 7. Mounted him because, you know, I mean, it's your first, so you may as well. Here's a piebald Rocky Mountain elk. She is a female, but I really like her. Here's just two random coyotes that I have. I think they were some of my first ones that I took, so I mounted them. This here's my gray mountain lion. Got him over on SRP. And then this here, this is a red fox that I took. I can't remember which map it was, but took him, and I had him mounted originally on the wall, but then a couple days ago I actually was able to take a albino whitetail jackrabbit over on Layton. Figured this would be a really cool multi-mount. I really like the bright orange of the fox, and then that albino just really stands out. So here's another moose I got, and then this up here is another fallow deer that I'd taken. And this here is my wall of mallards. So I intend to put these in a different location whenever I finally get all of them. But here I've got a brown hybrid, which is the same I've got in the multi-mount. Got this guy a few days ago on stream. I had to look really closely because I couldn't tell for the life of me if it was melanistic or not. Ended up being melanistic, which was really cool. And then this one here is just your regular mallard. And then you walk down here, and I've got a hallway of whitetails with two mule deer at the end. And then this here is another, it's a female red fox. And this here, I thought it was a melanistic springbok over on Verhunga. Ended up being just a black brown. It's a pretty common fur type. But I have it mounted in here regardless because it's pretty cool. These here are 2 other raccoons that I've taken. So this is a blonde. I've seen him and thought he'd be a really cool addition. And then this one here, he's just a regular, just a common fur type of brown. And I really like what they did with the raccoon mounts with the addition of the Mississippi Acres map. So I have them sitting here. Eventually, I can replace that with something a lot cooler. But I really like the way it looks. So in this room, it's more randomness. So I got a light brown mountain lion. My first gray fox that I took, or one of the first. Another, this is one of my first blacktails that I'd taken. Another elk. Really nice bighorn sheep that I took. Here we got another Miriam. This was my level 5 troll pronghorn that I took. and then another really nice bighorn sheep. And you come in here, the bedroom, and you're greeted by an albino mountain lion. It is a female. Eventually I would try to replace it with a male, but the only fur variation I need of them is melanistic, so if this is the only albino I get, it is what it is. It's still pretty cool. This here's my diamond bighorn. I got him over on, once again, I got him over on my boy Mullet Poppy. His multiplayer maps, this was super random as well. I was shooting some mountain goats. He ended up fleeing right past me, and tracked him down and was able to make a really good shot on him. And this one here was a nice level 4 that I'd taken. So on this side, it's got a really nice curl to the horns, and this one here is more like a level 3 or a really big level 2. So mounted him because he seemed pretty cool. This is another Miriam diamond that I have, and then I have a Rio Grande Turkey, and then another Eastern. So these are the 3 different species of turkeys that you can get in the game. They did a really good job with these turkeys. I intend to keep this mount here, and then eventually replace these guys, so the Rio and the Eastern, with diamonds. That'd be a pretty cool way to display them. This here's one of my first geese that I'd taken, so threw him up on the wall. This wall back here is more random than anything. And of course, what do we got here? Some more elk. Another Eastern turkey that I had, and this here is my 3rd and final diamond mule deer that I'd taken. There's laying at the edge of the bed is another mountain lion that I took. He was actually a troll. He was a level 9 legendary, ended up scoring 38.9. As you know, you need a 39 trophy rating in order for it to make diamond. He was random too. I was driving a 4-wheeler to another outpost. Ended up, he fleed across the road. I spotted him real quick. Seen as a 9 legendary, took the shot, thinking I had myself a diamond. Lo and behold, 38.9. This here's the fleeing pheasant mount. Nothing too special about these guys. And then my last trophy I have here, another mule deer that I'd taken. I really hope that y'all enjoy my trophy lodge. Like I said, this is going to be continuously being updated as we go along with this challenge that I'm taking upon myself. It's going to be super hard, especially once we start hunting Hirschfelden and Medved. Ugh. But that being said, like I said in the beginning of the video, comment on this video. You can comment on my TikTok. Let me know what you want me to get next. Eventually, I'll probably get to it, but if I get more comments towards one thing, then we'll try and get that knocked out for y'all. Follow me over on TikTok. Come follow me on Twitch. And then also drop a like and follow on this video, and we'll go from there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Without y'all, I wouldn't enjoy doing this stuff. So until next time, peace.